Hey there, this is Chris with Patch. I'm here with Commissioner Charlie Schilling, Washington County Commissioners. We're just going over the May 6th agenda for the Washington County Commissioners. How you doing today?
I'm good. Good. Thanks for having me, Chris.
Absolutely. So let's just go over the agenda item by item. So we have unfinished business, liquor permit for application, correct?
Yeah, that's something that we normally table for normally 1 to 4 weeks, and that gives people time to come forward if they have a problem with any kind of a transfer like that. So basically, it was tabled for a week. We had no one come forward, so it was a transfer.
And who is this liquor permit? Who is Merrick Realty that needed this liquor permit? Do you know?
I would have to look at my notes, but
Okay.
I'm not sure off
That's
the top
fine,
of my head.
but it's pretty much standard.
It's standard,
okay.
yes.
All right, so new business, we have approving the agenda, got approved. Approval of various minute meetings, approved as well. Bills from various departments, anything that stood out on the bills?
No.
No? All right. We have an additional appropriation for the county home. Something here about walking trails, is that right?
Yeah, they have what's called a Bequest Fund.
Okay.
And what happened here a few years back, someone donated a large sum of money to the county home.
Okay.
That wanted to be unnamed.
All right.
And so that's been put into a fund, and they're going to utilize some of that money for a walking trail to help residents
Right.
that live out there to get out and get some exercise. With the fact that we're building Buckeye Fields, that housing development that's going to be going in this fall out there called Buckeye Fields, I think what it is it would be good for the entire facility.
Okay. Now, the additional appropriation for the sheriff, is that a couple vehicles? Is that what I have?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're getting new vehicles, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I believe it's new cruisers. Yeah.
New cruisers?
So, and it's coming out of their funding.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Additional appropriation for the engineer, what is that?
That's for contract services.
Contracts.
That's pretty much just a formality.
Okay. Now, for the sewer, obviously, whenever the word sewer comes up around here, everyone's ears perk up. But this has nothing to do with the Devola sewer project, correct?
No. We just had to appropriate some money there for some equipment.
Mm-hmm.
We've had some things go down here recently. One was a pump out on in the western side of the county.
Mm-hmm.
The pump went down. We had to replace it, of course, and then the rails. So it was about a $20,000 fix.
Right. Okay. And I see something. Made a note something about $1,500 worth of supplies.
Yeah. There were some supplies involved there.
Okay. Now, minus appropriation. I haven't seen this one before. So this is just appropriating money away from Job and Family Services.
Yeah. And it's basically going from the TANF fund to unemployment.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. We have a transfer from Job and Family Services.
Yeah. They're all the time transferring money
Just
back and forth.
Routine.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's routine.
Same with County Home
Yes.
and Belpre Outpost.
Yes, that is actually an ODOT reimbursement.
Okay.
ODOT has a project going on there that we took the money out of our budget stabilization fund to take care of the project, and it was up to $700,000. So now every time there's something that needs to be paid, then they just reimburse us for that. So it's not actually coming out of county money or county taxpayers' money. It's coming out of budget stabilization, but everything that's spent out there is getting reimbursed from ODOT.
Okay. Then and now, that's just a bill that needed to be paid by some county department that they paid it and you're approving it, correct?
Right. It needed to be paid before the meeting, and it was one bill for $130.69.
Okay, and you approved it.
Yes.
Now, the law library, the statewide consortium grant. This is, from my understanding, you guys are just signing so they can apply for it.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. It's just basically signature for them to apply for a grant, and again, it's a formality.
And what law library is this?
The one in the Washington County Courthouse.
The Washington County Courthouse Law Library.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and it's something that you ought to think about doing is going over and introducing yourself to Juanita Henninger.
okay.
Juanita's been here several years and has done an awesome job with the law library over the years, and she's getting ready to retire.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So, I was a part of one of their meetings here just this past week, and they're talking about the new hire, what the benefits are, what the salary and benefits are. So With that being said, I think you ought to stop over and see her and see what she's got going on there at the law library at the
Absolutely.
Washington County Courthouse.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, fantastic. So we have CSEA request for exception to credit card policy. Children's
It's just-
services?
No, that's child support enforcement.
Child
agency.
support, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, that's basically just there's certain things you have to do online,
Mhm.
so that's what that's all about.
Okay, so what is the exception to the credit card policy?
It's that they have to pay online with the credit card.
Okay, so
And
that is the exception
that's
to the
the
policy.
exception,
Okay,
yeah.
I got you. We have, I believe, did you say it was a big contract with the cleaning service? Something like that?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I believe Commissioner Booth spoke of that a little bit.
Okay.
So yeah, that's something that he had looked into and was fine with. So
Okay.
yeah.
We have a RFP from JFS for broadband. What is this?
Yeah, I mean that's basically a request to help enhance the broadband out at the county home, and
Okay.
so we're talking about with the broadband, trying to bring something to the county home
Mhm.
in order to make that better for the residents out there, and then also the Buckeye Fields that's going to be built.
Mhm.
That's what we're talking about there.
Gotcha. And what is an RFP? I'm sorry.
Yeah, good question. You asked me too quick.
Sorry.
Um,
Which is basically a request.
It's
to
a
do
request,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so that's probably in the notes though that Ben emailed out the details.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so we have AEP easement and right of way for Harmer Hill Station. What is this?
Again, it's a formality.
Okay.
They're coming to us about an easement in order to be able to get into that property and to help out with what they've got going on up there in that area.
Okay. Dynamics Energy faculty assessment authorization. What is this?
They're going to do an assessment of our facilities when it comes to our utility cost and our efficiencies, and they'll look at a little bit of maintenance. We've already had the Southeast Ohio Building Department go through all of our buildings and check out things structurally and from an electrical standpoint and just from a building standpoint. Now this is to see how efficient our buildings are.
Okay.
So typically what they say is most buildings are anywhere from 7 to 40% inefficient.
Right.
And this is this is free. This is something that's not a cost to the county. They're going to go through and take care of this for us.
Oh, cool.
And look at and they're going to want to do business with us in the future as far as that goes. But we're getting our buildings assessed and see how that comes out.
Okay, so they're going to go around and see if there's any way that we can basically use less energy, save some money. Okay, cool. We have a probate juvenile court 2020 annual report. Oh, I'm sorry, COVID task force. That was just routine though. Task force money though.
That's
right?
That's COVID money, basically for supplies and some testing.
Cool. Now the probate juvenile court 2020 annual report.
That's an acknowledgement of that report, and I'd like to say that Judge Williams done a fine job and his staff, with that report, and I always enjoy looking through that.
Cool. Now the engineer for the was this RUMA termination with Southwestern Energy. What is this?
It's ending an agreement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Engineer bid specs for C32 and C102 resurfacing project.
Yeah. Well, so it's just basically we have to approve those bid specs when it comes to resurfacing those two roads.
Okay.
And we have that on there for approval.
Okay. And there was a date to remember, viewing to vacate Bartlett Street, 10:30 a.m. yesterday. So you guys did the viewing,
Yes.
right? And so do you mind just telling me what happened briefly?
Yeah, we went out there, and the three commissioners and the engineer went out there. There were two township trustees, and then also the property owner that this affects. And it was basically a public viewing, is all it was. We'll go through the process of the township relinquishing that street. It has to be approved by the commissioners, and then basically the homeowner will then have to maintain it. And that's what he wants to do. That's what the trustees want to happen. And I think I think from what I see, there's no reason why we wouldn't approve this
Okay.
in the future. Now, that's my opinion.
Right.
I'm not speaking for the other commissioners, but
Sure.
the way I see it, I don't see any reason why I wouldn't vote to approve that.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you so much.
Okay.
All right, see you next week.
Thank you. All right.